Hello and welcome to Fox Sports Lab NBA. I'm Ben Dixon, your host. With me as usual, our NBA expert, Jaymz Clements. Welcome, James.
Thank you, Ben. Stoked to be here.
Now, joining the roster, big intro for this man, another hoops guru in Jack Heverin. Welcome, Jack.
Thank you, Dicko. Good to be alongside James. I tried to grow my beard today. This is 6 weeks' work, so here we are. No beard.
You need to cut his beard and stick it on the top of your head. You'll get used to the banner on this show. Coming up, more injury woes for Ben Simmons, question marks over the Doncic-Irving partnership, and a bigger and better look at the main games across the weekend. The bad news keeps coming for Ben Simmons. He was ruled out of Tuesday's game with a knee injury and his future continues to look cloudy. Righto, James, I'm going to throw this one straight at you. His latest setback, what does that mean for the Nets firstly, but also Ben Simmons?
Well, it means that the Nets basically should probably pull the ripcord on Ben Simmons this season. I think, seriously, this is the entire thing. Coming out of the All-Star break, they're like, hey, Ben, do you want to play? And he's like, nah, I'm good. I've got a knee thing. And they're like, all right, off you go. Basically, that's it. Like Jacques Vaughn, the coach, went, right, we're cutting down our rotation anyway. We've got so many new sort of faces around that Nets organisation after the KD and Kyrie Irving trades. But basically, what it means is that Simmons doesn't really have a place. And if he's going to play the way he was playing, they don't need him. He hasn't been good enough to actually crack that rotation for me. So basically what they should be doing is looking at this going, we've got Spencer Dinwiddie, we've got Michael Bridges, we've got Cam Johnson. That's our core going forward. Off we go. And the Nets, look, they're going to be a tough out regardless. I think when you come to this sort of playoff spot, they're in that 5-6 sort of range at the moment, but they don't really need Simmons at this point. So I don't know what basically is going to happen with him. So.
Well, there you have it, Jackie. No Simmons, no worries.
They're going in a different direction, aren't they, the Nets? They've already gone in a different direction with their trades. And let's face it, Ben's got to get his body right and decide what he wants to do next, wherever that may be. The fact that he's coming off the bench, that's no good for anyone. That's no good for Ben. It's no good for the organisation. Time to shake hands and mutually uncouple.
Well, the tricky part is with that Nets team as well. Look, this is specifically set up. This should be a really good spot for Simmons. They've got these athletes on the outside. They've got Michael Bridges. They've got Cam Johnson. They've got dudes like Nick Claxton. That's the only sort of problem when you go, all right, what's our spacing look like? But seriously, it's Simmons and shooters. It should be a great recipe for success. But if his body's not right, this is it. It's only so far you can go.
All right, now I know you love talking Lakers, James, so I'm going to just angle this one to Jack. The LeBron injury, what does it mean for his team's playoff chances?
Well, I'm going to try and be Peter positive because I know old negative Nelly over here wants to have a crack at the Lakers. I think there's still a chance, but all of their hopes rest on one man, and that is AD. They need the November AD, the Lakers, if they're any chance whatsoever. Because you can't replace 30 points a game, and unfortunately, the Lakers have the worst offensive rating in the competition without LeBron. So if they're going to do it, it's got to be AD.
Well, the thing is, in terms of their chances, they're cooked. They're absolutely cooked for this playoff run. It's just not going to happen. Look, Anthony Davis, they do need him to be that November, December AD where he's playing an MVP level. He was absolutely just burning the place down, sometimes without LeBron as well. And now they're deeper. This is after this trade deadline, they're a deeper team. But you know what also is deep? A septic tank. It's simple as that. This is how bad this Lakers team is. Execrable. There you go. But Rui Hachimura, Mo Bamba, D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, they've got all these new faces, all these new names. But the problem is, without that connective tissue of LeBron, I really worry about the Lakers' chances sort of to pull that all together and actually sort of keep it essentially going upwards. In this Western Conference, it's so hard because it's all so compacted and all the teams are so good. The Lakers stink without LeBron. It's simple as that. And they've got this run coming up, 9 games or so. It wouldn't surprise me if they go 2-7. Do you see them betting the Warriors, the Thunder? Just without LeBron, it makes it that much tougher.
If there any chance they're going to just sneak into the play-in series, aren't they? And I suppose, depending on what happens with LeBron, they're one of those teams, if they get there, you would be a little bit nervous about copping them in a playing game.
All right, there you have it, a negative and a positive. So that's how we work on this show. Let's hope LeBron recovers quickly.
The betting brand for sports fans. That's better. Gamble responsibly.
There have been some great duos in NBA history, Jordan and Pippen, Shaq and Kobe, maybe one day you and I as well, but Luka and Kyrie are a long way off joining that Hall of Fame. Let's be very clear on that. The question though, James, can this pairing click in time for the playoffs?
Can they, Jack? Yes. Will they? Also, yes. I think they just click just enough. Look, this is a great pairing. I love Luka. I love Kyrie. Well, I love Kyrie next to Luka. Let's just be very clear on that one. Absolute, burn your bridges vibes from him. But the entire point behind this team, I think, is to go, right, what can we do? will outscore the other team. And that's exactly what's happening since they've been paired together. We've seen it basically already that their top 3 offense, as soon as Kyrie got there, but they're 23rd defensively. And you saw it writ large when they played Indiana earlier this week, right? They get into a shootout, they can't get stops, and they get beaten. But the thing is, they're 1-4, I think, together. All 4 of those losses have actually been really close. So what it tells me, Jack, is that, look, there's a lot there. Their personnel, though, is just a real problem defensively. So I don't really see how far they can go in the playoffs, but I think they get there. I think they're a tough out, but really, got me struggling.
They're going to score a lot of points. We know that. Quick tip on the 76ers game on Friday. Is that a win?
Nah, it's not going to be. You got Joel Embiid in the middle there. No chance with this Mavs team where they've got Christian Wood trying to check Joel Embiid. Don't like it. But I will tell you one thing. Every Mavs game from here on out, overs.
Going to be a lot of fun. For the competition's sake, let's hope that the Mavs get it right.
The betting brand for sports fans. That's better. Gamble responsibly.
It's a clash of the Giants coming up this weekend. It's the Bucks versus the 76ers, and it's Giannis versus Embiid. Could the title winner emerge from this match, I wonder? James, I can't wait for this one.
Me either. This is going to be absolutely awesome. We've got Giannis versus Embiid. Sign me up. But you asked, can the title winner emerge from this game? If Milwaukee win, yes, because I think they're the team that can actually win this title. I've got some big questions about this Sixers team. They're slipping a little bit on defense. You see the Tyrese Maxey, James Harden pairing. They can't stop anybody. But we've also sort of seen, Tobias Harris just goes MIA. That's what he does. But we have seen them hit some pretty good heights, but not as high as some of these Milwaukee Bucks games. This win streak that they're on, that they've torn off, they're awesome. The coolest part is I think it's all defense-based, but they've now got their big wings. They've got Jay Crowder, they've got Joe Ingles. It's plugged all the gaps. They're looking awesome.
They don't want for anything, do they, Milwaukee? And we talk so much about offensive teams in the NBA and who's scoring more than the other. This Milwaukee team are better than anyone at stopping the opposition.
That's it. And the Sixers are right there with them as well, right? Top 5 defense. Away they go. I'm going to go with Milwaukee to actually win this one, though. I think it should be an absolute belter of a game.
So is this where the title contender's coming from?
I think so.
Yeah, it's seeming that way, doesn't it? Can't wait for this one, James.
The betting brand for sports fans. That's better. Gamble responsibly.
The Kings and Clippers are going at it again. Last weekend, they had a titanic battle that went to double OT in the second highest scoring game yet. The return game is this weekend in Sacramento. Any chance anyone might play some D at some stage in this game?
Probably not, Jack. I'll tell you that much. The Kings, they want to go out and score on you. The Clippers, since they got Russell Westbrook, the defense has sort of fallen off a little bit of a cliff as well. They had sort of been putting it together, but the weird part is their offense is clicking. So I think we see another really high scoring one this time out. Maybe we don't have De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk dropping over 40 points. I love that. The Kentucky backcourt going absolutely hammering songs. But on the other side, you had Kawhi Leonard going for 40 as well. I don't think we quite hit that, but I think it's going to be wildly entertaining because you've got 2 contrasting styles, obviously, right? You got the Kings, which is just full bore ahead, score, 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 score. Clippers, you've got the perimeter scorers of Kawhi, Paul George, but stoppers as well. It just makes for a really good contrast in styles, and I think we go absolutely hammering tongs again. I'd have to go the over.
Okay, I think it's a safe bet to go the over. So we might not get 170 each. Can we go close to 44 made threes like we got last time?
Probably not. I think the shooting might drop off just a tiny little bit. But look, in terms of this, I think the Kings can actually win this as well. But it's going to be a really entertaining game. Go the over, go the Kings.
Always go the over when these two get together. Let's hope it rains buckets again for this one.
The betting brand for sports fans. That's better. Gamble responsibly.
It's time for the big call, so let's jump straight in. First up, we have the Pelicans and the Warriors. These two teams are in a world of hurt with their injuries to respective stars, Zion Williamson and Steph Curry. Jack, let's jump straight in with you. Who comes out on top in this one?
They are in a world of hurt. Good news for Warriors fans. Steph Curry, not too far away, has been training at the moment with the Warriors, hopefully return potentially next week, which is good for them. Not so much for Zion. He's a little while away. And I think that's a big factor in this. Yes, the Pelicans are 2-0 in the season series. And yes, they had a couple of 30-point quarters against the T-Wolves earlier in the week. Just not sure defensively. They've got the job, or got the ability, I should say, to stop the Warriors from scoring. So Golden State for me.
What are you, James?
100%. Fifth best home record for the Warriors. They're basically unbeatable there in San Francisco. Even if they don't have Steph for this one, which is unlikely, I think this is an absolutely great spot for Klay Thompson. We saw him last week drop 12 threes in a game because he went, guess what? I'm still the second best shooter of all time. Just check this out. Off he goes. But this is it. Like Klay versus CJ McCollum. It's a really good matchup. Spindles Ingram, as we call him here, Brandon Ingram, he's been really good since he came back from his toe injury, but they're just not deep enough without Zion. And like, really, this Warriors team at home, they should be too good. If you want a multi here, I'm going to lean on that shooting guard sort of battle. I want to see Klay versus CJ. Klay, 25 plus points. Let's go 5 plus threes. Love that. CJ McCollum, 25 plus as well. Let's get him at about 4 plus threes. Warriors win. I've got to agree with Jack there.
All right, James, got the big clash between the Grizzlies and the Nuggets. 1v2 in the West. All right, who are you tipping?
I love this game. This game is going to be sick. We saw Ja Morant just earlier this week just go, all right, who's on the other team? Going to dunk on him. Don't care. He's flying up there like he's Superman. It's great. 28 points in that third quarter against the Lakers. The problem is they're playing the Nuggets, who are awesome at home. Literally the best team in the NBA at home. So I'm going to go with the Nuggets. I think they're too deep, too good with Jam and Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., the Joker, averaging a triple-double. If you want to throw a same-game multi in there as well, go that Joker triple-double. He topped 100 career triple-doubles just the other day. Go another one here. 15 plus points, 15 plus rebounds, 12 plus assists. Nuggets win. What do you reckon, Jack?
Well, he's not stats padding. Let's be clear on that. I know he's been accused of that earlier in the week. The reason he has such high numbers is because when he plays well, they win, Denver. Simple as that. And they played on Feb 26. They didn't shoot the ball well in that game, Denver. I can't see that happening twice. So, really interesting game, but I've got the Nuggets as well.
All right, finally, can the Kings light the laser after tackling the Timberwolves at home, James?
Fire the laser, Dicko. Fire the laser. There is nothing better in the NBA right now than the Sacramento Kings going, fire the laser! And up it goes. You've got King Dally over there. He's, basically prompted them to new heights that they've never seen. This is a team that hasn't made the playoffs since basically, 2006, the longest drought in the NBA. But this is De'Aaron Fox versus the Ant-Man. What a great matchup. It's basically, I've used this before, but it's two fighter jets just going at each other. Just basically supersonic speeds. But Fox, Anthony Edwards, love that matchup, but the Souvlaki King as well, Domantas Sabonis, just dominating in the middle there for the Kings at the moment. They're a really fun team. That's the best offense in the NBA this year. They're setting records. They're absolutely incredible. I don't think the Wolves keep up. We saw the Wolves beat the Clippers earlier this week, but Kings will win this one. And if you want a same-game multi with that one, I'm going to say Sabonis. He comes really close to triple-doubles pretty much every game. We're going 15 plus points, 13 plus rebounds. We're going just under the triple-double at 8 plus assists. Throw De'Aaron Fox on there, though. He is lighting it up at the moment, 25 plus points. I think the Kings win that one.
What do you reckon, Jack?
Kings as well. We love a story in sport. This is as good a story as there is. And in the NBA, I can't remember a story as good as this. So we're following this one all the way to the end. And offensively, just sit down, get comfortable, and just watch it rain all night long.
All right, that was the big call. Thanks, Jack. Magnificent debut. Just a triple-double, James, from him off the cuff. And, James, we'll be watching your multis with interest across the weekend. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe below and follow us on socials. And we'll see you next week.